Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of Ron's Rants. Today's topic is insurance. This is due to a request that I received from a reader to talk about the various types of insurance and how they fit into your investment portfolio. And I realize this is a topic that you guys are probably all excited about. When you got your YouTube notification saying that I released a new video and that insurance is a topic, you couldn't wait to get to your computer or smartphone to check it out. So here we go. What types of insurance should pretty much everybody have, regardless of your net worth, and how do they fit into your investment portfolio? In my mind, there are four types of insurance that, regardless of where you are in your wealth building phase, that everybody needs to have to protect yourself from some unfortunate event. And those are auto insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, depending on whether you own a home or not, health insurance, and then life insurance. Now, most people have, at least two of those categories taken care of. Like if you live in a home and you have a mortgage, your mortgage company is going to pretty much ensure that you have health insurance. That you have homeowners insurance. It's not really necessarily required. It's not something necessarily that's required by law, but it's something that you more than likely are going to have. Auto insurance, pretty much everybody has, also because if you have a loan on your vehicle, your lender is going to require that you have full coverage insurance, and also there are state laws that require that you have at least liability insurance, so that if you're involved in an accident, you're able to cover the damages that you may inflict on someone's property or someone else. So those two types pretty much everyone has. Either homeowners insurance and auto insurance are things that pretty much everyone has covered. Health insurance and life insurance are ones that people may or may not put money into, especially since in the last 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years, since there's been some changes in healthcare. Insurance has either gotten very, very affordable for you, where you're able to get insurance before and you weren't in the past, or it's become incredibly expensive. So some people have opted to just kind of roll the dice and not take on health insurance. It's if you think about what it takes for you to build your net worth, it's especially if you're doing it using stock market or investing to build that portfolio up over time. As you get older, if you ever find yourself sick or hospitalized for any extended period of time, that can quickly destroy decades worth of work, because healthcare is incredibly expensive. If you get to go in for surgery or you're in some kind of an accident or something, it's very, very easy for a single health event to seriously damage your net worth. So health insurance is something that everybody really should have, even if it's very basic coverage. It's something that you really want to consider. There's tons of different options for health insurance. You've got your HMOs, your PPOs. You also got the option that I opt for, the high deductible healthcare plan, which is the type of insurance where you pay a lot more out of pocket. The deductible is a lot higher. So in other words, I pay less for insurance because the insurance company puts more of my co-pays and initial healthcare costs on me. So it's something that works out very well if you're a person that's relatively healthy. If you have health issues or whatever, a high deductible healthcare plan may not make a lot of sense. You might want to look at an HMO or a PPO plan. One of the big reasons why I'm a huge fan of high deductible healthcare plans is because they allow you to invest or to take advantage of health savings accounts, or an HSA. And if you've not heard about HSAs, look at my other videos or go to my blog, ron-henry.com/blog. I've got a really good article there on HSAs and why you should consider them. I'll actually put a link in the description as well, so it makes it super easy for you guys to find. So as far as insurance, as far as health insurance goes, which option you go for is largely up to your situation. If you're very healthy and you don't mind shouldering more of the costs, it's perhaps a high deductible healthcare plan might be for you. If not, an HMO or PPO plan are all options. Next, let's move on to life insurance. So life insurance is one of those things that no one likes to buy because it's kind of an ominous type of insurance. It's not an insurance that you're ever going to be around to take advantage of, unfortunately. But it's something that pretty much everyone, I think, should have, at least until you're very, very wealthy. Everybody should have life insurance. So what are the factors that I think about whenever I decide, or if I had to recommend whether someone should get life insurance or not. really, it's if you have someone that is depending on you. So if you're married or you have a significant other and you're shouldering part of the household expenses, you should have life insurance. If you have kids that are, that have not like left the home yet or not out of, out of college and kind of out on their own, it makes sense to have life insurance, because if you're one of the, you're a major breadwinner, and if you pass away, you don't want to leave, your significant other with shouldering, all those expenses, So it's a very loving thing to do. It's not a great topic or a fun topic to think about. Believe me, I don't, I think about it all the time. I pay for it every single month, and it's one of those things that, again, it's one of those types of insurance that you never benefit from, but it's really, really important to have. When it comes to life insurance, there's really only two major categories that you really want to consider, and that's whether you should buy whole life or term life. It's very, in my mind, I almost never recommend anyone if they buy whole life insurance. It's incredibly expensive for what you get, and the commissions that the insurance brokers get are also very high. And then the thing is, whole life insurance in many ways is billed as something that allows you to provide for your loved ones in event of your untimely passing. And it's also a way for you to invest. And insurance products are like one of the worst ways to invest money. The fees are incredibly expensive. Again, I already talked about the commissions. Like the agent commissions are very, very high. And it's just, and what you pay for coverage. In other words, if you were to go out and you were to try and get $500,000 in term life insurance, that's going to cost you several $100s per month for, let's say, $500,000 worth of coverage. If you were to go out and do the opposite of buying like a term policy, right? Then the difference with a term policy being that you get it only for a fixed period of time. So you can say you can take out a policy for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years for a term period of time, hence the name. The insurance costs are far, far less. For example, I know for a fact that you can get $750,000 worth of life insurance or somewhere in that area for well under $50 a month, but from a top tier provider, from someone like Liberty Mutual or Amica or USAA. Those are companies that have been around, they've been established, and term insurance is several orders of magnitude cheaper than whole life. So just something to consider when you're shopping for insurance. When it comes to investing and insurance, I mean, in many ways, your insurance broker will try and get you to mix the two, and that's normally a bad thing. If the better approach is to simply get a term life policy, and the money that you're not spending or throwing away on a whole life insurance policy, go open a brokerage account and invest it. Keep your insurance and your investing separate. The two serve totally different purposes, and you really don't want to mingle them together. So, but that's my thoughts, guys. I don't want to make this video terribly long. I just want to give you guys a primer into some things you want to consider when you're shopping for insurance. I put together a extensive blog post on this. And when I say extensive, it's probably the longest post that I've done. I think it last counts like over 3,500 words, and it goes into detail on all four of these. It goes into detail on auto insurance, on healthcare insurance, on homeowner or renter's insurance, and also on life insurance. It talks about the different categories, ways to save money on them, and the pros and cons of the various options within each category. So please check that out. A lot of work's gone into it. I'm actually very, very proud of the way that the article turned out, and I really want you guys to take advantage of that. So if this was helpful for you, great. If you want even more information, go check out my blog post on insurance. Again, I'll leave it in the description. You can find it at my blog at ron-henry.com /blog. So you'll have many options for this. You can look at this video. You can share this video with your friends or family. And if they want even more detail, they can go to the blog post where there's pretty much the blog post is called Insurance Everything You Need to Know. So it covers the four major categories of insurance and talks about everything that I feel is important in each of them. So like, share, comment, subscribe. I sure hope you guys found this useful. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.